Hey, In-Anime here, and I wanted to get a few things off my chest in regards to the most recent chapters of My Hero Academia. Specifically, what I think about the Traitor situation, how naive Deku is, and what it means to be different. If you're not caught up with the most recent chapters of the manga, then this is your warning about spoilers ahead. So, pull up a chair, and let's discuss. So we finally have it. After years of speculation and guesswork, it's been revealed that Aoyama is the UA traitor. But how did it come to this? Why would our can't-stop twinkling shiny hero do such a dastardly thing? Well, he simply had no choice. In chapter 336, it's revealed that Aoyama was born quirkless. He was gifted his navel laser by All For One. But gifts from the number one villain come at a price. Now that he had a quirk of his own, he had to do the billing of AFO or his family could face certain death. I think making Aoyama the traitor wasn't the most obvious choice, but still a good one. While a background character, he still appeared enough to make us care about the reveal. The detail of being born quirkless is definitely an added bonus because now it forms a new, unique relationship between Deku and him. Both were born quirkless, and while Deku was gifted a quirk by the number one hero and symbol of justice, Aoyama was gifted a quirk by the number one villain and symbol of evil. Side note, I think it's hilarious that this suggests that at one point All For One could shoot a shining laser out of his belly button. But why exactly was Aoyama given a quirk? The simple fact is because he was born different. Aoyama and Deku live in a world where the majority of humans have a quirk. To be born quirkless makes you an outsider. We got to see firsthand the abuse that Deku suffered at the hand of Bakugo growing up and can assume that Aoyama had to deal with much of the same. The difference in their situations is parenting. Deku's mother felt empathy for her son but believed he could still be a great person despite not having a quirk. Aoyama's parents claimed they loved their son so much that they sought out the person who was rumored to give quirks away so that their son could be like everyone else. I think this is a critique of the social classes. Aoyama comes from a well-off family, and in situations where a member of the family does not fit the status quo, they're either hidden away or their money and power of the family is used to correct the problem. But this does come with a caveat. Not only that they were now subjected to AFO's will, but the new quirk was not compatible with Aoyama's body. His family had to buy/invent a special belt so he could even use the quirk. My main issue with his parents going through all this trouble is that about 80% of the people are born with a quirk. That means a full 1/5 of the world is quirkless. And in Japan, that would be roughly 25 million people. And that's a lot of people. Yes, he would be different, but my opinion is, what's wrong with different? While Deku was devastated to know that he didn't have a quirk and couldn't follow in the footsteps of his hero, he still had the passion and resolve to go to UA and try to figure things out. And to be fair, I have criticized the amount of effort Deku actually put in to become a hero, but I digress. Regardless, it was Aoyama's parents who sealed his fate. But does that make him blameless? Aoyama was responsible for a lot of terrible things. He alerted AFO when the class was isolated, which led to the USJ incident, and he also informed AFO about the secret training camp, which led to Bakugo and Ragdoll being captured. In chapter 337, Aoyama admits that he is a no-good villain, but Deku tells him that there is a chance at redemption, that people shouldn't be labeled as villains for the rest of their lives because of the crimes they committed. This is bull. I think Deku is either incredibly naive or has become quite sinister. In the naive argument, it is hard to believe Deku when there are villains like Dabi, Shigaraki, and AFO walking around and killing with wanton disregard for human life. Are there chances for redemption? Possibly for Dabi, harder for Shigaraki, and certainly not for AFO. They are villains and should continue to be remembered as such. As for the sinister argument, I believe Deku may be telling Aoyama this so that he can earn his trust. He wants to trick Aoyama into participating in whatever plan he has in order to take on AFO. Bakugo even questions Deku's motive and seems to put two and two together. I would actually prefer this over Deku being naive because he has grown a lot during his time as a vigilante and from the beginning of the story as a whole. He sees how cruel the world really is, and you can't always see it as one full of kittens and rainbows. To be a hero, you have to take action. So now we wait to see what's to come. All For One claims that he always sets multiple paths to achieve his goals and even disregarded Aoyama as being unimportant. If he succeeds, that's a plus, and if he fails, so what? That leads me to think that there may just be another person within UA working for the villain, or maybe there's more to Aoyama than we think. Let me know what your theories are in the comments, and if you liked the video, please like and subscribe. Well, I'm In-Anime, and I'm out.